This episode, I'm going to be talking about pivoting as an entrepreneur, which is very important for you to leave yourself enough space in order for you to be able to pivot. You might have to pivot to a different idea. You might have to pivot to a new concept. You might have to even pivot to a different product in order for your business to continue to grow, or you continue to scale your business, or order for your business to succeed. So it's very important as an entrepreneur that you leave yourself enough space just in case you need to pivot, because in the field of entrepreneurship, it might be a couple of times that you need to pivot, right? So we all have goals. We all have things that we have set and put in place as an entrepreneur for us to be able to succeed. But pivoting is one of the key points that you might have to do in order for you to continue to scale your business or grow your business, or for your business to succeed. So it's very important that you do that. But other than that, man, let's tap into episode number 16. Yep. Grand rising to all my investors itself out there, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with me on another Invest Brand Podshow for this Monday. This is officially episode number 16, and I'm going to be talking about is pivoting as an entrepreneur, man. But before I get into the topic, you know what to do. If you are watching this playback on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and also hit the like button. And if you listen to this on Spotify, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drops. And also make your way over to NVestBrand.com and join our journey, because the journey was created for y'all. To all my entrepreneurs out there, people out there pursuing goals, or people just want to follow the brand and want to be part of the journey, man. It's all for you, because, man, at the end of the day, man, you are your own brand. So it's time for y'all guys, man, is to brand your greatness. And that's what Invest Brand is all about, man. Investing in yourself, investing in your brand. So before I get started on the topic today, you know what it is, man. I'm going to take this quick commercial break, and I'm going to come right back, and we're going to get into the topic, quote me on that segment, and where I read you a quote and I let you know what the quote means. But other than that, man, be right back after these messages. Yep. Make your way over to investbrand.com and get your 10% off. I said 10% off. And also, when you sign up, you become a member of our journey, which we call our Investors of Self. You get exclusive access to our journey. And what you get when you become a member, what's included in that? You get to look at the Podshow a day early before anybody. You get weekly motivation, exclusive discounts. You will get demand notification on any new merch that drops on Invest Brand. Anything that's going on, you will get the first notice of it and be able to take advantage of it. And also, when Invest Brand drops the app, you'll definitely be exclusive member of it. You get special discounts, you get special privileges. So it's very, very important that you become part of the Invest Brand journey. So once again, if you wondering how I can become part of the Invest Brand journey and also get your 10%, make your way over to investbrand.com, sign up, and be part of our journey. Welcome back to the Invest Brand Pod Show for today. Like I said, man, this is officially episode number 16. Be talking about is pivoting as an entrepreneur. But before we get into the topic, you know what time it is, man. It's that segment where quote me on that, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what it means. So to all my people out there, the quote for you today is, your creativity speaks to your uniqueness. Just in case you didn't understand what I just said or what I read, what have you, I'm going to read it one more time. The quote is, your creativity speaks to your uniqueness. And what I mean by that is, we all are unique in our own way. We all different. That's what makes us so special. We all have some type of greatness within us. We all are good at something, right? But a lot of us don't know how to tap into it at all. We don't know how to tap into our creativity side and whatsoever. But you see, you got a lot of people out here on social media that's very creative. We see a lot of people that on social media tapped into their uniqueness, their creativity, and what have you. You got some people though, or just are creative in a way where they know how to continue to go along with the trends or do little things that they see online and what have you. But you are unique in your own way. That's what makes you so special. See, a lot of times people in life trying to run away from what makes them unique, right? That's what your creative side is. That's what brings out your creativity is your uniqueness. And a lot of us, we get into society around people and we try to fit in instead of trying to be yourself and what have you. We try to fit in different circles, trying to fit in around people, just to be looked at as being cool and what have you. But at the end of the day, man, tap into your creativity side, man. Stay within your uniqueness. That's what makes you special, right? That's when you go and you monetize your greatness. That's where when you tap into your creativity side, you'll be able to monetize your uniqueness, because people will take a liking to who you are, man. Stay authentic. Stay your authentic self at all times or what have you. So other than that, man, that's the segment. Quote me on that. Other than that, before we jump and dive into the topic for today, I seen this article on entrepreneur.com. It was basically talking about if you're a person that's a business owner or what have you, entrepreneur, whatever you do, right? They basically talk about in this article is tapping into the subconscious mind of your customer and what have you, which is very important, right? Because it's all about that, what they call it is all about that psychology, human mechanics of behavior, what have you, right? You want to find out how to go about that, because that's how you're going to be able to draw back continuous customers, what have you, right? Because it's all about finding people that's going to continue to buy from you, right? Making the customers that you do have continue to make them happy, right? And also at the same time bringing in new customers, because I like to go back to the point of a community. That's one thing is good to have a community, because community, the people going to continue to support you. Don't get me wrong, you might have some people within your community just come in to see what they can take from it, never add to it. But at the same time, you have a lot of people within your community that's going to help, that you can bounce ideas off of, because those are going to be the recurring customers that continue to come back and buy from you. And what's so important about that is you want to find some type of product idea that you have that's going to continue to have people come back, because it's all about finding out how you can turn people wants, take people from want to a need. Like, they need your product, they need your services, right? They need whatever you offer, and they need that because this is what makes them happy, or this is something that they look forward to. They feel complete. Just like when you go out and you buy you a nice outfit, right? And you buy some shoes to go along with it, what have you. You put it on, you feel good about it. You feel good about what you got on. Makes you feel good. To give you that sense of feeling like you feel good and what have you. You get that quick what they call it dopamine rush, right? So that's why, as if you are an entrepreneur or a brand owner and you have a brand, it's very important for you to figure and find that out, how to tap into your customer spending or buying behavior, what have you, because it's very important. So what the website was saying was basically, I'm gonna read the first paragraph for you. It said, when your app or website was just a small seedling of an idea, you probably had big plans for how people will use it. As you build and test it, you imagine your product becoming as integral to users' days as brushing their teeth or checking their emails. That was the hope, at least. But making your product reoccurring part of users' lives is easier said than done. Okay, so that's basically what I was saying. It's very important that you find that home run idea, that product that people are going to need. They're gonna be like, you know what, my life cannot go without having this. I need this. I just don't want it. I need it, right? So it's very important for you to find that product that is going to continue to keep people coming back, wanting more and more and more. Just like Apple, it don't matter how much anything Apple come up with and bring out. It don't matter how much it costs. People have to have it, right? People got to have the newest iPad. People got to have the newest iPhone. Whatever, or the newest Apple Watch. Whatever Apple product drops, people have to have it, right? It's something that people need, right? You got a lot of people feeling like I can't go another day in my life without having this product. I need this new Apple phone, this iPhone they just dropped, this new iPad that they just dropped. I need it, right? You have to find something that's going to continue for people to come back, because it's part of scaling your business, right? Because you don't want to have just that one product that sells 1 month real good, then it falls off. No, you're not having reoccurring customers coming and getting it. So it's very important for you to find a product that's going to have people coming back and buying it over and over again. And also, you know, when you're scaling your business, you're going to have other ideas that you integrate into that one thing that you're selling. But it's very important for you to find products or find ideas that's going to be able to sell. It's going to continue to have people come back and buying it more and more and more. So I'm gonna leave this article up in the description. I'm gonna post the link so y'all can read it. It's a pretty long article, but it breaks it down to why how you can do it. You know what I'm saying? How you can have recurring customers come back, how you can tap into their subconscious mind. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description. So it's on entrepreneur.com, so y'all can read it and check it out. But other than that, man, we're going to tap right into this topic for today. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about is pivoting as an entrepreneur, which is very important for an entrepreneur to do, be able to pivot. You know what I'm saying? It's not always a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I want people to think, okay, it's a bad thing because I got to pivot. No, you can pivot in a whole different ways, right? You can pivot to the point where you coming up with new product. So you want to leave yourself enough room in order for you to add new things within whatever else you selling. That's going to be another item or product that people going to want, right? So you want to be able, it's just the point of leaving yourself enough room to pivot just in case you need to upscale your business or what have you, or you need to pivot. Oh, you got the clothing side of your brand going now. You want to pivot into podcasting. You know, you want to pivot into doing other things that's attached to your brand and what have you. So it's very important that you leave yourself enough room. And also on the other side of things, it's important for you to leave yourself enough room to pivot just in case you have an idea. Because you got to understand, as an entrepreneur, it's going to be many times where, you know, just say, for instance, when you first starting up as an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, you have this big idea in your head, because you got to understand, we all have ideas in our head, and for ourselves, we see the vision in it. We like, okay, this is going to be a dope idea that I have. I know everybody going to like it because I like it and what have you, but that's not real reality, right? Because you might have an idea you think is dope, but once you put it out there to test it, no one is really taking a liking to it. No one's really looking at it. No one providing you any feedback on it. Or you have an idea in your head, and to the point where you produce one part of it and what have you, just to test it out and see if anybody like it and what have you. Or you, like I said, you have a clothing brand, you know, you get a couple pieces made and you walk around in it just to see, just testing out, see if anybody take a liking to it, anybody going to comment on it, anybody going to question it, ask where you get it from and what have you, right? So we all are married to the first idea to come into our head. And don't get me wrong, all entrepreneurs, all of us is like that. When we have a idea, we get married to it, because now when you get married to an idea that you have, you're not allowing yourself to have any room to be able to pivot out of that idea because you're so married to it that you know it's going to work. You know, you don't want to change it up after a while of no one really taking a liking to it and what have you. That's why it's important for you to leave yourself enough room to pivot just in case you have an idea that's not working, right? Like I said, a couple ideas that you might have in the beginning might not work. You might have to pivot to different ideas. Just, you know what I'm saying? You have people out here. You have entrepreneurs out here that have 50 different ideas, 100 different ideas, 20 different ideas, and what have you, right? But it doesn't really matter how many ideas that you have. It's got to be that one idea that's going to take your brand to where it needs to go, especially in the starting point of everything and what have you, right? So that's why it's important for you to leave yourself enough room just in case the ideas that you have isn't working. You need to pivot to something else that's going to be effective, right? You might have to go on to places like Fiverr. You might have to go to different places where you have contractors that's out here that does logo designs and what have you. You might have to pivot to that point where you might have to go and find somebody to do something professionally or help you come up with an idea and what have you, right? Or you might have to pivot to a different concept that you might have created a couple concepts for your business or for your brand, whatever you're doing, or for your services, right? You might created a couple concepts which it really haven't went well at all, right? So you might have to pivot to another concept, or you might have to pivot into creating a whole different concept for your brand, or for, you know, your brand to go where it needs to go and what have you, right? Or you might have a product that is not selling as well, right? So you might have to pivot into taking that product away and adding something else that's going to sell and what have you. So it's important for you as an entrepreneur to be able to pivot. And that's one thing. One thing I would like to say is don't become so bent on just this sole one idea that you have. Don't become bent on it, because when you don't allow yourself room to grow, then you only cutting yourself at your legs where you're not going to be able to go nowhere, right? You want to be able to leave yourself enough room where you allow yourself to be able to come up with different things that you might need to do in order for your brand to take that next leap to the next level, or to get it off the ground, to get it going, or get it to where you need to go to, right? So you just look at it, man. You have a lot of successful entrepreneurs out here, right, that can tell you that it's a lot of times that they had to pivot in order for them to be able to get it right. You have big time multi-millionaires out here, right, that had to go through 2 or 3 different businesses in order for them to find one successful one, right? Or they might have to get rid of a couple products that they thought that was going to sell. They had good ideas, you know, had everything set up right, but it just didn't click with anybody. No one really was taking a liking to it, right? So they had to leave themselves enough room in order for them to pivot. And that's comes with, you know, a lot of us, once again, entrepreneurs, we do have egos, right? To the point where we need to let go in order for us to be able to pivot in a way that's going to be a positive and beneficial to us. Some of us got to let go of our egos because we're so focused and hell bent on just this one thing that's not really doing it's not value to us whatsoever, right? But like I said, it's not always a bad thing that you might have to pivot. Like I said, going back to what I said in the beginning, you might have to pivot in a way where, okay, this product that I have is selling real good. It's creating reoccurring customers for me. People liking it. People like the concept behind it and what have you, right? Now, it might get to that time, because we all know we don't want to continue to ride this thing that we have until we can't. It's not selling no more. So let's come up with a different a product and come up with a different concept that we can put behind it to sell it, right? But we know we using the same selling strategies that we use to sell the first one. So it's all about now scaling your business up. Now you might have to pivot to a whole different product in order for you to continue to scale your business to where you want it to go, right? So that's another reason why you might have to pivot, because it's time for you to add on different products. Okay, you got this product going, it's selling good. Now it's time to add more product to the website, right? So let me pivot to adding a new product that I know people really gonna like, because I know what to do now. I know I'm tapped into of my customer base, so I know what they like, what type of things they looking for, what have you. So you might have to pivot in that way. And another way, where another example of you as an entrepreneur where you might have to pivot, you might have to pivot to now you got your clothing brand is off the ground, is running, is doing good on a monthly basis. Now you want to pivot into podcasting. Okay, let me pivot into podcasting. Now, I want to continue to grow my community. Now I want to get my message out there of what I know, my knowledge of what I know, that may help other entrepreneurs that's trying to get in the field of branding, building them a brand. So let me, pivot into podcasting, get it going, so I can give people information, give people advice on what to do now that I'm at a point where I can do it now. So you pivot into podcasting, or you might want to pivot into, now you want to start creating courses for yourself to branch out from your brand. Now people can buy into your courses where they can have one-on-one training now, and they can join videos, calls, and whatever you do, however you set your courses up, right? So it's different things as an entrepreneur that you can do far as pivoting, because pivoting is very important in the field of entrepreneurship. You cannot pivot. It's not one entrepreneur that can tell you that they never had to pivot at all, because it's very important. It's something that you're going to have to do in the field of entrepreneurship. You're going to have to do it. Like I said, you might have to pivot because your business not going as well. Sales is down, so now I had to pivot to finding something that's to a different product, a different idea, and what have you. Like I said, you might have to pivot to the point everything is going good. The product that you're selling is going good. Your brand is making the X amount of income every month on a month in and month out basis, what have you. So now let me implement a whole new product and what have you, right? I want to continue to grow my business, continue to scale. So you might have to pivot to a different product, right? So you can continue to scale your business, right? You might have to pivot into a whole different lane to where, like I said, you tapping into podcasting, you tapping into now building your courses. Now you trying to pivot to different streams of income so you can continue to help grow your brand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important as an entrepreneur to understand pivoting, right?
This brand was created on the concept of investing and motivating people while they pursuing their goals. Our streetwear brand was created to embody what we represent and what we stand for. Invest brand is more than a brand. It's an investment.
Talk a little bit about my pivoting that I had to do. I won't say had, but I wanted to do with Invest brand, right? Because when I came up with Invest brand, it was around pandemic time and what have you. So if you are listening to this on Spotify, you can always go to our YouTube channel and catch the show, because what I'm about to talk about is the hat that I'm wearing, right? Say invest in it. This was the first original design of Invest brand. I wasn't calling it Invest brand at the time. I was calling it Invest, right? So that's why you don't see the brand. But I wasn't really sold on this design that I had, the first one, this one right here, right? So I went back to the drawing board. I pivoted back to the drawing board. So I was thinking, like, okay, the concept around Invest brand, I want to make sure the design match the meaning behind it. the concept that's around it, and what have you, right? So I went back, came up with a second design of Invest brand and added the brand to it because I want people to understand Invest brand, the brand Invest brand meaning you, right? Because at the end of the day, you are your own brand. So I wanted to create a design idea that's around that Invest brand, and understanding that everybody is their own brand and your brand is you. So, and that's what is so important about Invest brand, man. And I wanted people to be able to tap into that and understand when you buy into Invest brand, you buy anything from us, you buying that to represent yourself, your brand, because at the end of the day, your brand represent your uniqueness, right? Represent your personality, represent your character, represent everything that's about you, because that's what you are selling when you're selling your brand, and people are taking a liking to what you got. They are buying into your uniqueness of that's what makes you, your creativity and what have you. So I pivoted into a whole different design because I wanted the design to match the message. I wanted the design to match the concept that's around it. So that's why you get Invest brand. And so I pivoted to a whole different design. And so this is see now, Invest brand and what have you. Even though Invest was the first design of it, what you see on my hat, the message was always the same, right? Message was always the same. Concepts was always the same, but I just wanted to have a design to match what I'm the message behind the brand and what have you, right? So that's what it's all about, man. Just being able to pivot into something that really is going to stand out, pivoting to something that's really going to help you, pivoting to making sure everything lines up with each other and what have you, because it's, at the end of the day, man, when it comes to you building the brand, you want to make sure that you putting everything around it, making sure it's going to be something that's going to be of value and what have you, because it's always what they say, first impression. First impression is everything, because you want to make sure you don't put something out that's not of value, that people don't want, that people don't need and what have you. So that's why it's so important. Like I said, leave yourself room to be able to pivot if you need to. If you need to pivot to the point where you want to add more product because you at a point where you trying to scale your business, make sure you leave yourself enough room enough room for you to be able to do so, which is very, very, very important. But other than that, before I go, I want to say, man, to everybody, if you haven't already went to investbrand.com, go there, join our journey, and also subscribe to our email list so you can get your 10% off, because trust me, next year 2023 we are pivoting. Invest brand is pivoting to new products. We're gonna have new merch out there, new innovational merch out there for you. So I'm telling you, man, great designs coming up. So get on our emailing list, man, so you get your 10%. Get on the email list so you get your 10% now off your entire order. We're got special deals coming and what have you. So, man, it's very important for you to go, man. It's very important for you to go to investbrand.com, man. Get on the email list and also join our journey, because 2023 is going to be a heck of a journey that we're going to have. And I don't want nobody to miss out, man, because it's very, very important, man. Invest, man. Invest in yourself. 2023, guys. Only a couple weeks away. But other than that, man, thank y'all for supporting the show. Like I said, this is officially episode number 16. We pivoting into 2023, man, in a positive way. We're going to hit the ground running hard, man. Invest brand all day long, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with me on another show. But other than that, man, I'll catch y'all next Monday, man. Investbrand.com, guys. Check it out. Yup.